So if we start saying we are doing for this one for Mulima, we are doing this for Jaluos, Kale, what point will you reach the other ethnic minorities? Then the Robos, the Ilchamus. You'll never. So you are better off practicing politics that's about an issue. Issues know no boundaries. Issues know no tribe. That is what Safina is about. We are advocating and championing for an economic revolution that gives everybody an equal opportunity in life, irrespective of where you are born. Young people are creators.
Okay.
In Safina, we are creating with them. We are not incorporating anybody.
Okay.
And that is what we should be talking about. They are part of the society. Women are part of the society. We create together, all of us. Not that they are sitting somewhere to be incorporated, to be invited. That is part of legacy politics, where the big boys sit somewhere, then they decide for the young people, create for them a youth league. Pea huyu hii ndogo. For wanawake, patia yeye ile. This table is where I'm saying, you create it.
Tired of the same old shopping experience? Step into a smarter way to shop with Whiteson Group, Kenya's go-to online store for quality you can trust. From gadgets and homeware to everyday essentials, we deliver convenience right to your door. Fast shopping, secure payments, and top-notch customer care, all in one place. Visit whitesongroup.com today. Whiteson Group, simple, reliable, delivered.
Very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Candid Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Evans Okinyi. I'm glad that you're here with us. I'm here with Wakili Willie Sotino, the Deputy Party Leader of Safina Party. Wakili, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Yes.
I want us to go political and look at things which are actually happening in this country with regards to multipartyism and all that. Now, look at the kind of situation that the Orange Movement Democratic Party, let me say that, ODM, the Orange Democratic Movement Party, I wonder whether it's still democratic, but then a lot of confusion therein. Right now they're in some sort of a working relationship with the government, and a lot is at stake. At the same time, we are here. Every political party is scheming for how to acquire power in 2027. Of course, your party, IC, is directly involved, and the young people are at the center of it all. First of all, what do you make of the confusion that we're witnessing in the Orange Party, in as much as you are not a member of that particular party?
You know, Ken, you always insist on asking me to discuss our competition. But it is well within the rights of members of ODM to do things in their own way. That is the least of our concern or interest. Whether they join William Ruto, they don't join William Ruto, it's okay. It is everybody's right to chart a political path. Our interests and the interests of the people of Kenya is we want to see a conversation about the people. It's about the common good. Not about he said, she said within a political party. Those are internal issues to a political party. And the party should be strong enough to find ways of charting a course out of that confusion. But what the Kenyan people are interested in is to find a political discourse that is about improving the lot of our people. Not about who gets what or who said what. No. As Safina Party, by the way, we are not plotting to get power. We don't want power. As we are plotting to make sure that the Kenyan people are empowered. That is our plot.
How do you ensure that the people are empowered without getting the
Once
power
we have this kind of conversation that we are having today, this is part of empowerment.
Okay.
And how we turn this tool into a tool that controls government machinery, deliver for the people. Otherwise, you will end up with a situation where you remove William Ruto and you get another William Ruto there. Because there is no commitment, there is no cause for which we are agitating. Safina Party has been very clear from the beginning why we can never join with William Ruto. Because where are we in sync ideologically? We've been very clear why we can never join with the Kalonzo or Manyora group. Because we don't have on the table common interest. Legacy politicians will divide positions based on this one comes from this tribe, this one comes from this tribe. Let's sit on the table and we get elected. We are not interested in that. As we are very clear, let's discuss the issues affecting Mwananchi. what are the solutions? What do you propose on the economy? What do you propose in terms of youth empowerment? Are they tangible? Are they believable? Are they self-executing? So that even their delivery should not be dependent on a legacy politician doing something. No. Once the people have taken action, they voted for the party, the commitment that we have with them is from this date, this will take effect, and the responsibility to pay it is with you. Don't pay. Things that are self-executing and are able to give people a stronger position and a voice in their governance. That is what Safina Party is about. Okay. So the Orange Democratic Movement, they can argue as they want. But it shows you that within that movement, there are people who don't believe in this association with William Ruto. Because if they look at the ideology of that political party, what it stood for in the past, and what William Ruto is doing, and then they consider their present association with William Ruto, you can't harmonize.
Okay.
It's chaotic. That is what is leading to that squabbling. There are those in ODM who believe that they've reached. Yeah, they wanted power, they're in power. But was that the quest?
So what we're witnessing in the Orange Party, is it a conflict between self-interest and the interest of the nation at large?
No, it's a conflict between ideology and self-interest. Some people believe that you're in political space for you to acquire power. But power can never be the end. The end must be something more grand, something that's empowering to the people. So yes, you can become CS Finance. Then what? Yeah. The quest cannot be to become a CS or to become a president. It must be something greater, something bigger than that. Because yes, you will become CS, you will become president. Then what? That's what question is what should inform political discourse. And for us, the what next is that it's about empowering the people, giving power to the people, releasing their economic potential, giving people a life of dignity. So what are programs that we need to undertake that will achieve that dignity? So you say you've achieved when you see more and more Kenyans increase their earning capacities. More and more Kenyans are living a life of dignity. People have money in their pockets, out of industry, not political handouts.
Okay.
Then you can say, we've now reached the promised land. But if the promised land is for a legacy politician to become a big man and drive around with a big vehicle and bodyguards and a flag, no, we're not interested.
Okay. So we are actually in the middle here of a revolution, so to say, and the country is in some sort of a rebirth. If that is anything to be believed, or across on the other side, of course, in the United States of America, the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is still continuing with his onslaught against the current regime. But some people are asking, is he actually genuine, or do you see it from a point of him still being bitter from his impeachment? Because in his statements, he still insists William Ruto must go. But then the country now needs to know, even if Ruto goes, then what do we, how do we move?
You see, it is well within Rigathi Gachagua's right to carry out his politics the way he wants to. And he can do a tribal caucusing.
Okay.
That is his right. But that is not the Kenya we are in today. Where is it? As Safina Party, we believe our problems are national. They are not ethnic. And the solutions to them will impact every Kenyan irrespective of their tribe. Even ethnic minorities, even these Muindis who are Kenyans, no one talks about them.
Okay.
Yeah, but they are Kenyans who are also Muindi. So if we start saying we are doing for this one for Mulima, we are doing this for Jaluos, Kale, what point will you reach the other ethnic minorities? Then the Robos, the Ilchamus. You'll never. So you are better off practicing politics that's about an issue. Issues know no boundaries. Issues know no tribe. That is what Safina is about. We are advocating and championing for an economic revolution that gives everybody an equal opportunity in life, irrespective of where you are born. And that gives you an opportunity to live a life of dignity.
Okay.
So Manyora can be in America all he wants and speak the language he's speaking. But you see a response from a young girl who stands up and says, no, our problems are national. This thing of doing your meetings in Kikuyu is not helping our national cause. Our problem is not a tribe. Kikuyus are not our problem. Neither are Kalenjins our problems or Jaluos. No. Our problems are problems to do with governance and it's the economy. There is no special shop for Kikuyus, Kalenjins, or Luos. Kenyans shop in the same place. Joblessness knows no tribe. A failing healthcare system knows no tribe. The university capitation knows no tribe. The failure to release capitation to schools knows no tribe. Those are the things that Kenyan people need to discuss. And those are the conversations that Safina Party is anchoring as to be the focal point of interest in our politics. Not what legacy politicians have traditionally led us to discuss. Mtu wetu.
The people who are looking at this situation and they're saying 2027 is going to be, if elections will take place at that time, a very important election and it's going to be a defining moment for this country. There are people who also believe that, of course, they haven't seen anybody who is going to take president. In fact, they literally believe that taking him off that place would be so difficult, according to them. That is one. Let me just bring this
go on.
At the same time, we are also looking at the other side. Of course, the alternative leaders who are in the so-called united opposition, who are now gearing themselves up to oust President William Ruto, rather take him off from this position when that time comes, of course, democratically then. And then a section of Kenyans are also looking at them and they're saying, look, these are the new faces, the old faces that we've always seen here. Because when you talk of Kalonzo Musyoka, you talk of Martha Karua, you talk of Eugene Wamalwa, these people have existed in the political space for the longest time possible. What then does it take to have the right person to actually drive this country to where it's supposed to be?
No, Kenji, you are still caught up in the old politics. You look at legacy politicians. I've always told you here, Raila and Ruto were running for president. Their deputies were Kalonzo, Gachagua, Martha Karua at any given time. What's the difference? Presidents on one side, running mates on the other side. And then you think that is a choice. These two can as well crisscross each other. That cannot be the solution to our problem. The solution to our problem is to deal with the economy. And that is why Safina Party is not interested in that legacy political talk.
And that is why I'm asking you, what now will it actually take for us to get the right person to drive the country
But that is the way we're having this conversation. You are the one who is perpetuating legacy politics by saying these are the leading group, these are the opposition, this is the opposition.
No.
Don't define for us the opposition. Don't define for us. Who told you that's the opposition?
They have said they call themselves
united
opposition.
Why are you perpetuating it? Let them speak speak for themselves. Let the Kenyan people want to discuss a new country continue with our conversation.
So how then should I refer to them?
They are there. Legacy politicians. Yeah, that's legacy politicians organization, formations. Tomorrow I'll not be surprised if Kalonzo, for example, joined Ruto, or Manyora joined Ruto, or Raila joined. It's the same. That is legacy politics. We are not interested. Our politics that we as Safina Party are perpetuating is about issues. An opportunity for everybody. Economically. We have no interest in legacy political talk. That if your tribesman is at a sitting table, then the whole tribe is full. It's taken care of. No, it's not, and it can never be.
Why do you believe that these legacy politicians cannot actually, the so-called legacy politicians cannot actually bring any sort of reforms in this country? Because for somebody like Kalonzo Musyoka, let's take for instance, if at all he were to win the 2027 elections and then we have Vola Kalonzo Musyoka as the president of this nation, why do you think that he would not actually bring the changes that we need as a nation?
But they've been there for over 30 years, all of them.
How then does there
No, they've been there. They've been in that cabinet room, all of them. That lot of legacy politicians, all of them have been in the cabinet rooms. Has it affected our life positively or negatively? The sum total of their being there is where we are today. Yeah, the sum total of their being in the cabinet room, we are where we are today. If anybody thinks that is what Kenyans need, they are there, continue. But I believe the bulk majority of Kenyans want to have a genuine conversation about a country that now focuses on the people's goodwill and common good. The sum total of legacy politics is what has led us to where we are. It's been legacy politics all through and through. All those people you are mentioning to me as opposition, all of them have sat in the cabinet room in the last 30 years, all of them. The cabinet is where all decisions are made about the executive. They have all been in that room. You expect a solution from that group? Good luck. You will not. You know, I always say, okay, they've shown you what their best is. Their best is where we are today. Their best has led us to where we are today. But with the new politics, you have ultimate potential to achieve a higher life of dignity. And the only fear somebody may raise is you may do the same like them. How are you sure that you will not change?
Definitely.
So our worst is to be like them. Our worst is their best. That is our worst case scenario, is their best, to be like them. But our best case scenario is to unleash to you a potential that no one can ever talk about, that you've never even seen. We are making Kenyan people to dream of a new country beyond what they've seen before. The legacy politicians, who in their best can only deliver what we are witnessing today. They cannot do that. So what do you go for? Go for potential.
Finally.
Open the conversation to new Kenyans. Kenyans have ideas here. What Kenyans have not had before is a bulk majority of Kenyans who are competent and mean well, taking the courage to offer themselves for leadership.
Okay.
That is what we are saying. From this lot of Kenyans who are great in their minds and who have great innovations and ideas, let them take the courage and plunge into politics and offer leadership to the nation. We were not condemned to be led by legacy politicians to mess up our economy like we are today. This is the time when men of valor are called upon to serve. And they are welcome to serve through the Safina vessel.
Let's look at the young people here. Of course, they've been a thorn in the flesh for the current regime. But then even as we look at the various political strategies taking place in the country, we've not seen any young person being fronted up there. Of course, one who would represent the interests of the young people here at the very table here. What do you mean? Because even if I look at the other side, in as much as you don't want me to refer to them as the united opposition, but that is it anyway, we've not seen that sort of bringing in here, or rather incorporating the young people in all these activities that they're doing.
You see, that's the problem. Incorporating, bringing in. So the young people should just be brought in. They should just be incorporated. They cannot create.
But then they should be.
That is the limitation. No, that's the limitation that I talk about. You know, okay, when you go to a space and you're told that is the women league in a political party, or that is the youth league, why must they go to the youth league or the women league? Why? Why don't you have men's league?
Okay.
Or old people's league? Why is that when it comes to young people, you send them to some corners?
Not really.
You even ask, now incorporate them. No.
Okay.
What we are talking about here, there is no need of incorporating any young person here in anything. Young people are creators.
Okay.
In Safina, we are creating with them. We are not incorporating anybody.
Okay.
And that is what we should be talking about. They are part of the society. Women are part of the society. We create together, all of us. Not that they are sitting somewhere to be incorporated, to be invited. That is part of legacy politics, where the big boys sit somewhere, then they decide for the young people, create for them a youth league. Pea huyu hii ndogo. For wanawake, patia yeye ile. This table is where I'm saying, you create it.
Okay.
And Safina is providing a vessel to create it.
So how are you providing that vessel? Because
we've offered the vessel, and there are many young people who are running the show in Safina. It's not us. They are the ones even scripting us. It's their model. And that is the difference in our politics today. You are still caught up in a position where there's a big man who will create for you, incorporate you. Why should you be incorporated? Why can't he be incorporated? Why can't you be the one? Just listen. Why can't it be that you are the one incorporating Kalonzo, Musyoka, or Manyora?
Okay.
Why are they the ones to incorporate?
What then do you mean? How then do you expect the young people here to actually now bring them on board, bring the other people on board?
Again, bring them on board. No, create it.
Okay.
It is your game. Why are you being incorporated in your game? we are building this together as a team with so many young people. And they don't see themselves as incorporated. They see themselves as initiators.
Okay.
They are creating it from within. They are the ones who will say, can we incorporate some old politicians, legacy politicians? We give them an old politicians or legacy politicians league to go and talk about this.
Are you there for trying to insinuate that Safina movement here is a movement of the young people by the young people?
Safina movement is a movement of the people of Kenya by the people of Kenya. Yes. And we don't see people in terms of age, ageism, gender.
My concern here,
No.
but then you may know, but then my concern here is about the young people.
I am telling you, Safina is a movement by the people of Kenya. It's a party that belongs to the people of Kenya. And when Kenyan people meet, they meet as Kenyans in Safina. They don't meet as youth. They don't meet as women. They don't meet as old people. They don't meet as professionals. They meet as Kenyans. There is no special cluster of Kenyans who are meant to be leaders and others are meant to be servants. We all meet as servants of the common good. That is the difference between Safina and legacy politics. Where you expect in legacy politics the young people to be incorporated. Safina, there is no incorporation. We are building it together as Kenyans.
Okay.
For economic liberation.
There has been this concern that the 2027 elections will be very important as well, as I've said before. And the young people may decide, in as much as you're talking of, not to actually go that particular direction, but of course you're on record of saying here that you only, after God, you only fear Gen Zs. So as they're commonly known, that we may have one formidable Gen Z candidate, or rather they may decide to rally behind one individual, and that person may actually have an upper hand in terms of the next general elections, and arguably be in a very good position to change the country.
Are you seeing how you are perpetuating legacy politics? You're now telling me about a person, not about an issue. We can have an 18-year-old as president tomorrow.
Definitely.
Will it solve our problems? We can have a 23-year-old as a president tomorrow. Will it solve our problems? It will not.
Okay.
That is why I keep telling you, and in Safina, and our interest is to discuss issues. What is the issue?
Okay.
How do you solve this problem? How do you empower people? Is your promise tangible? How do we believe you? It's not about age.
Okay.
Age has got nothing to do with William Ruto's incompetence and failure to address our economic problems. So you can replace him and put an 18-year-old tomorrow. It will be the same thing.
Okay.
So don't look at these things the way you are. Disabuse yourself of the legacy politician's mindset. And I invite you to consider a honest conversation on the issues that matter to the people of Kenya. And that issue is the economy.
Okay.
If there's somebody else with an economic blueprint that can help rescue this nation from the debt trap we are in, so why not? He should be elected because of the economy, not because of his age. Otherwise, we'll just remove a tyrant, an old tyrant, and replace him with a teenage tyrant. Yeah. We are not interested just because your age, now you think you're competent. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, and of course, just here to remind you that this episode was brought to you by White Sun Group. If you are tired of all the problems that you've perhaps experienced with online shopping, then here it is. Consider yourself plugged with White Sun Group. Of course, your items are actually guaranteed. Once you order them, they'll be delivered to you, to your doorstep, efficiently and effectively. And of course, the prices are quite good for your pocket as much. Just trust this particular brand. Of course, White Sun Group. Go down there to the website www.whitesungroup.com and order whatever it is that you may want, and it will definitely be delivered to you. You can also contact them through the number that has been displayed on our screen down there. Allow me to stop this conversation for now till we have this conversation again. Have yourself a lovely day. My name is Evans Okinyi.